Everyone says that a Willys Jeep with a dual master cylinder is safer than a single. But what happens if something actually fails? I've already shown in a prior video that a dual master cylinder doesn't actually make your Jeep stop faster. But is it safer? In today's video, we're going to crack some bleeders and simulate broken brake lines on two different Jeeps. Both Jeeps have four-wheel disc brakes. The blue Jeep has a factory single-line master cylinder, and the yellow Jeep has a dual master cylinder. If you're not sure what that means, let me break it down for you. So this is a stock original master cylinder off of most Willys Jeeps from the 40s and 50s. So fluid goes in here. When you push the brake pedal, a cylinder moves, and all the fluid for the front and rear brakes comes out the front. So theoretically, if you have a failure anywhere in this system, your pedal's going to go to the floor, the whole system loses pressure, and you're going to have a little bit of trouble stopping. The upgraded master cylinder is this dual reservoir master cylinder. So this is what most vehicles that are more modern than a Willys would use. So you have two different chambers. The fluid is isolated between the two. You have one for your rear brake line and one for your front brake line. But is it safer? The idea is that when you have a dual master cylinder setup, if you blow a brake line or a flex hose or something fails, you'll push the pedal, fluid will come out of the broken section, but you'll remain with some pressure in this section that's still intact, allowing you to theoretically come to a safe stop, be able to repair the system and move on. Whereas with the single line master cylinder, one brake anywhere in the system renders the entire thing useless and you crash. We're going to find out today if that's true. Please do not try this at home. I'm going to remain on my property off the main road, going very slow under strict supervision of myself. So I'm doing this so that you don't have to. Please don't try to recreate this at home. That's my little disclaimer. In this video, I'm going to have a little test track set up in my driveway. There's a slight grade to it so that gravity's in play and the vehicle doesn't just use friction to come to a stop, rolling resistance. So I'll go kind of a set speed, not too fast, and I'll attempt to apply the brakes where the cones are, except there will be a broken brake line, which will be a cracked bleeder. The fluid will come out just as it would if there was a failure in a rubber line or a fitting or something like that. And then we'll see how they stop. Do they stop? Do I crash? Do we burst into flames? Let's find out. We're going to start with the single line stock Jeep. I think we all know what's going to happen, but for science we have to do it. So I'm going to crack a bleeder. I'm going to put a rubber hose on the bleeder so I can shoot the fluid down on my driveway instead of all over the wheel well and the tire. That's going to simulate a broken flex hose or whatever. And I think we know it's just going to cruise right through my finish line and not stop. Honestly, can't believe I'm doing this. I hope you guys like this video because I hate bleeding brakes. And if you know much about what's happening here, this is going to put a lot of air in my system and drain fluid out. So, I hope you like this video. Watch it, share it with your friends. I'm going to kind of put this somewhere that it's least likely to get all over everything. All right, cameras are in place. Bleeder is cracked. There's nothing left to do but try and stop this Jeep. But before we get on with the video, perhaps you've been asking, how does Seth have so much energy to do all these videos? I'd like to talk about, just kidding. Don't you hate it when YouTubers do that? Let's get on with the video. Well, that was exciting. Pretty much went exactly how I thought. The pedal went completely to the floor and it actually stayed there. So, zero brakes. So whether you switch to a dual master or not, that's some good info for you. You blow a brake line, you have no brakes. It didn't even slow down a tiny bit. Went right to the floor. I was only going about probably 8 miles an hour. I pulled the handbrake, or I could have steered up If I turned left, it would go uphill and it would have stopped. But yeah, so it's kind of scary, but it's good to think about these things. All that's left to do now is try it with the Dual Master. Now let's do the same thing with the Dual Master Jeep. So just gonna crack the bleeder nice and big. Hook on my little test hose, put it out of the way so I don't get fluid everywhere. That'll work. Fire this bad boy up. Well, that concludes test 2 with the Dual Master cylinder. And as you could see from the video, I had to turn and go up a hill to stop myself. This Jeep doesn't have a functioning parking brake, so I couldn't just pull the handle, which I don't advise. So to describe how that felt, it felt different than the single line master cylinder. I had a little more resistance. The Jeep did not slow down 1%, not at all. I had resistance, and then I left it and pumped. I tried holding it because everyone online said if you hold it and don't let go, you'll have some brakes. Like my rear brakes should technically be working. I had 0 brakes. If I was going, I mean, I'm going like 5 miles an hour. If I was going 35 or, you know, 20, 15 even, I would have had to perform an emergency maneuver. 0 brakes with the Dual Master. Let's talk through the series of events. So here's my brake line, my finish line. The single master, I had fluid coming out here. With the Dual Master, it looks like I didn't have any fluid till here. I let off the pedal. I pumped again. A little longer. Let off the pedal. Pumped again. Let off the pedal. Pumped again. Came to a stop right there, but not because I had brake power. So whether those results go along with what you thought or you prefer to think, those are the results. Thankfully, I was going slow. I just turned up this hill and it came to a stop. Controlled environment, but you know, if we're looking at this, one thing this tells us is that a single line master cylinder Jeep is going to be cheaper, easier to work on, and if you have a working parking brake, that's your safest route. So if anything you get from this, make sure your parking brake works. So now I'm driving back to the house very slowly and carefully because I have no brakes whatsoever. And I'm going to spend the rest of my afternoon bleeding brakes and cleaning up brake fluid for science. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. This isn't to endorse any product or to tell you what to do with your Jeep. I just like rumors and myths and data. I like testing out things I hear online. And I think this was a pretty conclusive test. It kind of went down how I thought it would, but without actually trying it, we'll never know. So that's where I come in. I don't mind bleeding my brakes the rest of the afternoon and getting that fixed, so you don't have to. Please share this video with your Jeep friends. Comment below, you know, what you thought would happen. I'm sure some of you will say I've done it wrong. If I had done the rear instead of the front, it might have been different. But bottom line is, you know, be safe, be smart, maintain your things, check your hoses, your fittings, you know, make sure your fluid is up to the top before you go for a drive. Because at the end of the day, whether we build our Jeeps differently, we do different things with them, we want to be safe. We want to live to drive another day and make another Jeep friend. So thanks for watching. Catch you later.